Hello everyone, this is Pyropanda.
And this is Hydrofox, and welcome to this week's episode of Bear and the Fox.
And today we have a special guest. I'm pretty excited to have her on. This is Oshley Cosplay.
Hey there.
Awesome. Tell us about yourself. What's going on? What do you do? Why are you so special?
Well, I am a pretty much new Canadian cosplayer. I've been doing this for about a year now, and I kind of fell into cosplay because I've always loved the World of Warcraft, and I figured, well, if I love World of Warcraft so much, why not start, making costumes and trying to be characters from World of Warcraft. So my passions for gaming kind of led me into exploring the nerdy world in a more artistic sense. So here I am.
Yeah, that was a very political answer. That was awesome.
Yeah, not only that, but you do have quite the work to show for yourself. Like, how much time do you put into all those costumes that you have?
Oh boy, a lot of hours. Like, honestly, it's like just my spare time now. I don't do a whole lot of gaming nowadays. Like, I'll mainly just log on to play like PvP in World of Warcraft with my brother, but other than that, all my spare time is pretty much dedicated to my cosplay and trying to get done for the next convention, because I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my art. So I'd like to take my time and do everything right the first time.
Yeah, I've seen some of your cosplay, obviously, and it's amazing. Like, what you've done with the Alex Straza, that was like the first one I've seen. Was that your first cosplay?
Yeah, it was.
That was pretty impressive.
It was amazing. It was pretty cool.
Thank you so much.
So, what made you start in the cosplay? Like you just said, it was just gaming, or did you see other cosplayers that you thought were awesome, or was it your friends?
To be honest, my friend and I were talking one day, like, oh, it'd be so cool to, like, be in the World of Warcraft, just, I don't know, fantasizing about how cool it'd be, because it's, like, our favorite video game. And then one thing led to the other, and I kind of discovered cosplay. She linked me a picture of another cosplayer, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I had no idea what cosplay was last July, and a week after I discovered it, I just kind of popped right into it. I set up a PayPal account, I ordered stuff on eBay, I just went right into it, and I didn't really understand like what I was getting myself into, but I'm glad I kind of decided to pick up this hobby.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually it's a really great hobby. But what's really cool though is like how much, like you say, you spend a lot of time, but also the craftsmanship and the way how one really puts, I guess, forms the costumes in the way that they do.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. I mean, you are you started, like you said, this year, which is amazing, and then you come out with these expert opinions. I see you commenting on Facebook all the time, like, what do you use for this? And you're like, oh, Worbla, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I try to be as like talkative as I can to people who follow my page, because it's just overwhelming the support I get. So I might as well, take the time to reply to everybody who takes the time to reply to my stuff.
Were you expecting all the reactions that you got?
Not really, but, I was secretly hoping for it because I spend so much time doing my art, but I didn't really know what I was getting into in a way, because I've never, like I said, never heard of it before I started Alex Straza, and I had no experience with any of the materials. So I hope for positive feedback, but I was very surprised at all the support I am getting right now.
Did you use any other mediums before you got into cosplay? Like, were there any other art forms that actually caught your interest?
Yeah, I've always been into drawing and painting. Like, my I guess, most artistic experience I have is from high school. I pretty much just painted and drew World of Warcraft characters in pen. So that's pretty much it. Like, I don't have any other experience with thermoplastics or these power tools that I'm using now. So it's all pretty new to me, but I've always had a really strong artistic background, I think.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft since vanilla, and oh my gosh, my favorite character is Thrall. You should... Oh, gender bender Thrall. Gender bender Thrall. That's your next cosplay.
Yeah, think about that.
Actually, Pyro's been wanting to cosplay as Thrall for a while. I remember I asked him, "What do you want to cosplay as?" And he just brings up, "I think I want to be Thrall."
He's so badass. He's just so cool.
It'd be totally doable. Just get the right materials and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Like, Worbla is incredibly easy to use. You'd pick it up in no time.
Yeah, I've cosplayed as... Ben and I went to the Anime Expo in LA a year? Was it 2 years ago, Ben? Or Hydro?
It was a while ago, that's for sure. It's been a while.
Well, I cosplayed as... Oh, Jesus. What was it?
Rorschach.
Rorschach. Oh, God. That moment when you can't think. Yeah, no, I cosplayed as Rorschach, and it was pretty cool. I literally just got a trench coat and a hat, and it was just that. And a couple years earlier, Hydrofox created the Rorschach mask, and it came to life. It was pretty easy. It was real fun and awarding.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love going to the convention dressed up. That's like the only way I will go to conventions right now, because I live so far away from the main city. So it's like, if I go over there, I might as well be dressed up and get lots of pictures taken. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It also makes it all kind of makes like it worthwhile too. Like after all that time you spent working on your costume, you're there and you're like, oh, cool. And then people are like, hey, can I take a picture with you? And you're like, oh, that is so cool of you to say. And then you have a blast.
Yeah, I pretty much freak out whenever somebody asks me for a picture. It's like, oh my god, you want to like take a picture of me? That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this.
What's funny is when someone tells me, oh yeah, what cosplayers are you looking at? Of course I got the easy ones, you know, the one Ben always likes that he posts. What's the name of that one?
You're talking about Attack on Titan?
Never mind. No, not you. Not the cosplay you did, but the girl that you post all the time.
Oh, Kamui Cosplay?
All right. I don't know. I assume it's her. It's the Swedish girl, or...
She works with
German
Worbla
girl?
as well.
Oh, German girl. Yeah,
Yes,
she's German.
Yeah, Kamai Cosplay. Or, yeah, Kamai Kamui. I don't know.
It's her, and then, of course, Jessica Nigri, and all the girls just want to punch me in the face. And a couple others that are, you know, that are relevant. And then I also bring up you, because I've been following you, and I really think you're up and coming. I really think that you have a lot to bring, and a lot of people are going to just, like, flock to you.
Well, thank you. I hope so. That'd be so much fun.
Even though it's a short record, you have a consistent track record. I don't know how you have time for all these cosplays, but they are amazing.
Yeah, it kind of helps not having, like, I didn't have a job for about 2 months before Northwest Fan Fest, so I got, like, my Hunter cosplay done in rapid time, because that's pretty much all I was doing, aside from my university course in May and June.
Yeah, I saw the bow that you did with the light-ups. Oh, man.
Yeah. That was my first time working with LEDs. It was so scary, but I think I understand it better now.
See, my problem is I would make the bow, and I would be like, okay, how do I put this LED in there without ruining the bow?
Yeah. The whole time when I was making, like, whenever I make a piece, I'm always planning ahead for what I want to have it look like at the very end. So I left a little, I don't know what to say, like a cubby or something on the back of my bow's middle insignia for my LED battery pack to sit, and it worked out perfectly.
That's actually a very artistic thing to do, because a lot of works, people usually have the end in mind before they actually begin.
Yeah, so you've been to a couple conventions. What was your first convention that you've ever been to?
My first convention was J-Fest back in March, I believe. It was just like a small convention. About 800, 900 people went. It was just a smaller event off of the Anime Evolutions convention. That's like a bigger anime convention around Vancouver. And it was fun. I just walked around in Alexstrasza, got the convention feel going. I met a lot of really cool people and photographers, and kind of just started making my name, I guess, in the cosplay community. And it was successful for me, because I got lots of one-on-one time with a bunch of photographers around here, even people who are just starting out.
See, that's the beauty of it. You kind of just go and meet people.
Into a community.
Yeah, you go into a community and you meet people and you kind of work with people, and, you know, that's how it works. That's how everyone grows and learns and loves. it's great. It's the industry.
Yeah, definitely. I love all the cosplay people I'm meeting around here. Like, it's so awesome to find a group of people who kind of like understand like what you're into, like all the nerdiness, all the artistic. It's awesome to be around people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird just to have that community. And then all of a sudden, like you said, the like-minded people. I used to be a part of the clan that is Infinity Gaming, and I used to cast StarCraft 2, and I was so adamant on it. I was like, oh, every weekend we'd have a 12-hour tournament, and I'm just sitting there talking until my voice gets horrible. And yeah, just talking StarCraft or just whatever you're into and having the people connect, it's amazing. It's a great feeling. I totally understand it.
I was going to say, you also have, I know that you're getting ready for PAX, and so I'm just wondering, like, what are your plans exactly? Because I know that Pyro is planning on going soon.
Oh yeah, PAX.
I'm thinking more about just finishing my cosplay at the moment. Like, I have like all my hotel and my friends kind of like our hotel booked, and like my friends coming with me and what we're gonna do, but we're still waiting for like the official schedule to come out because I don't think that they've posted it yet. But I will be wearing my Hunter and my Valkyrie Leona cosplay down there, and that'll be really exciting.
League of Legends, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So many people are going to be Googling all over that. Well, googly-eyeing? I don't know. People love League of Legends.
Like fanboying, fangirling.
It's so cool. Now that you've had a couple conventions under your belt, what do you think is the weirdest cosplay you've ever seen?
I honestly don't know. Like, I haven't thought of that before. Yeah. I have no idea.
What about you, Hydro? What was the weirdest cosplay you've ever seen?
You know what? I don't know either, because most of the time you just see a lot of really cool costumes all over the place, and you're just like, oh, that you don't really think that, oh, that's so weird, or what is that?
I think I might have been the weirdest cosplay ever. I went to, what was it? It was the Cataclysm launch for World of Warcraft, and I was a panda. I cosplayed as a panda, and I was the most awkward. God. Yeah. I was the most awkward panda ever, and I had like a shell. I think, no, you weren't there, Ben. What happened was, basically, my shell that I made broke. Maybe if I used Worbla, it would have stayed, but it was pretty awesome. And I was taking pictures. I remember this moment where I got into where they were lining up all the girls that were cosplaying, and they were like doing a little pan. I was at the end with my cosplay, my really crappy cosplay that I did in 5 minutes at Goodwill.
Is that the one where you put like a sheet over your head and you kind of cut holes inside it?
Yes. It was very janky.
Me and Pyro, we're really interested in the crafting of cosplay. Is it okay if you give us a little background of what Worbla is exactly? Because I hear it thrown around a lot, but I've noticed that a lot more, I guess, what's the good word for it? The more complex cosplay, the more complex the cosplay, the more they tend to use that material.
Yeah, of course. Worbla is a thermoplastic. It's really easy to use. You just get a heat gun and like you find your shape, of course, and you can just you heat it up and form it to whatever part of your body or part of your armor that you want. And then as it cools, it retains that shape. And then afterwards, it has two sides: a rough side that you will later use for priming and painting, and then a slick, smooth side that has a layer of, I guess, self-adhesive on it, so it sticks to itself and other materials. And yeah, it's like putty, pretty much. It's like, it can be like a clay. You just form it, and then it cools down, paint it, and good to go.
For the outside, the rough part, that's mostly for like that's just the outside. Is that where like everyone sees?
Yeah, that's what everybody sees. But you have either gesso or wood glue covering that just to get ready for your paint. Because without the primer, it's really rough. So if you want like shinier armor, then you have to like prime it. Like put like, I don't know. For my Leona, I'm putting about 5-6 layers of wood glue on it to make it more shiny.
Yeesh.
And yeah,
that seems like a lot.
It's a lot of priming. Like, it took me all weekend and some. I'm so happy it's over.
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of the way how the professional painters kind of just prime their canvases with gesso, and they kind of layer up all the paint that they can to do the final illustration. I know one of my favorite artists did that with some of his works, and so it's kind of cool to see that even the traditional style of art can also be applied to cosplay as well.
Oh, definitely. Cosplay is an art form in itself.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you see yourself going to BlizzCon and going on the big stage there?
Actually, I've heard about that BlizzCon that you were. I think weren't you on the waiting list for that?
Yeah, I am actually going to BlizzCon, and I'm so excited about that. But I got on the costume contest wait list, which is really disappointing. But I've heard also from other BlizzCon attendees from previous years that if you just show up and sign in, that you have a really good chance of getting on stage anyways. Because people drop out for various reasons. So I'm really hoping, really have my fingers crossed that people are going to drop out and let me go on stage, because that'd be like a dream come true, honestly. I'm probably going to like cry right now just thinking about like going on stage in front of everybody, because I've always wanted to go to BlizzCon, but I think it'd be an even bigger dream come true to go on stage with my costume and have people all over the world looking at my art.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know how many people watch that?
Oh my god. I was like, cry.
You're gonna be, oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome. Fine. Yeah, you're gonna be fine, but you're gonna be everywhere.
I hope so. Oh my god.
All the hopes in the world. What's your next cosplay after Leona?
I have no idea. Like, I'm just trying to finish Leona, and then once Anime Revolution and PAX are done at the end of August, then I'm going to be thrown right into the school, my university school year with a full course load. So I don't have anything planned really, but I hope to kind of maybe hone my sewing skills, because I have like little to no experience with my sewing machine. So I have no idea. Maybe something from League of Legends, maybe World of Warcraft, maybe something different. Who knows?
Yeah, anything from Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
I feel like I have to be better at sewing to be even like worthy of making like a Game of Thrones cosplay.
That's true. It's just like anything else. The more you practice the sewing, you're gonna get way better at it.
Yeah, it's really hard learning on my machine, I guess, though, because my sewing machine is like has one speed and it's like deathly fast because it's so old, and the slow speed is broken, so it's scary.
Is it one of those singers?
Yeah, it is.
Last time I sewed, I think I was in middle school. I sewed like this awesome flame patterned pillow.
You're lucky. I think we had to sew a pair of like cheap boxer shorts down like back in grade 8, but of course I totally forget like what I was doing. That was so long ago.
That's weird. Like they just chose for a school, I would choose a pillow and not boxer shorts. That's kind of like an awkward choice.
They'd be pretty good as a gift.
Yeah, they would be, right?
Re-gift the shorts that you made.
I gifted mine to my mom. So what have you guys been up to? Let's start with you, Hydro. What have you been up to as far as what are you watching, playing, doing all that?
Would say what I'm watching, but I'm a little embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed?
Is it My Little Pony? Come on.
That for me and Pyro are out and proud about ponies.
Wow, I'm gonna edit that.
No, I was watching I started watching the show Once Upon a Time, and I'm actually getting really into it.
I heard that show is really good. I never watched it, but I heard it was really good. I don't know why you're embarrassed about it.
Well, mostly because I have some coworkers that they're like, "Oh man, you watch Once Upon a Time," and I'm like, oh. "Well, I didn't say that. It's just that they said to someone else," and then it's like, okay.
Who cares?
You're man enough to watch it. That's what.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever. What about you, Oshley? You watching anything cool?
Not particularly. I'm going through Star Wars withdrawal right now. My boyfriend and I watched the whole Star Wars Clone Wars animated series on Netflix, and
How is that?
It was actually pretty good. Like I wasn't like too excited about watching it, but by the second season, I was just like loving it.
Good. At least it wasn't the Clone Wars episode 3.
We have yet to watch that. Like I'm watching the movies as well, but yeah, we're gonna watch that probably in a few days.
That's
but
cool.
Other than Star Wars, it's pretty much just like Community reruns. Like I'm on like the 50th rerun of Community. I freaking love that show.
I want to try watching that, but it's just like, I don't know, I just can't really get around to it. But I heard that it was supposed to be canceled, but they're trying to bring it back.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hosted on Yahoo now.
Yahoo,
the real MVP.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think it started off at Amazon, but I guess Amazon couldn't really hold them up, so I guess Yahoo kind of just took over.
Well, at least they have a fighting chance. People who want to watch it will watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have a bunch of public support. Like their social media team and like everybody like commenting on their photos are really like supportive. Like the fan base is just like hardcore Community fans.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm still waiting for season 5 of Game of Thrones. I barely watch any TV, and every so often I'll go on binges just to watch one thing. So like a couple weeks ago, I saw all of Death Note. I don't know if you're an anime fan.
He went through a stage.
Yeah. So I just
he went through
watched all of it.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I just watched all of it and nothing but it. And then it's the same thing with Game of Thrones, and then Doctor Who, and then so on and so forth. So who knows what eventually I'm going to be, watching in the near future. Dude. What's up?
Doctor Who's coming out later next month on the 28th.
It is! I totally forgot next month's August. Holy crap. That's pretty exciting.
Do you watch that show, Oshley?
I've seen a couple seasons of it. I kind of just stopped watching it, like in halfway through the 11th Doctor. I don't know. I just wasn't really interested in it anymore. But maybe I'll go back since the new season is coming out.
Yeah, this new Doctor is supposed to be way different than all the other ones.
He's pretty serious, like a lot more darker, it seems.
It's gonna be really interesting.
That's
to see
good too.
Yeah. So
like I'm kind of over the quirky, flirty relationship. I don't know. It's just like after a bunch of seasons of it, it kind of gets old.
I totally hear you. It gets really cheesy at some places and sometimes.
And nothing happens.
That's for sure. Alrighty, guys. Do you want to say anything else, Oshley? Where can we find you? You can find me everywhere. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, Tumblr, wherever. That's awesome. But my main page is Oshley Cosplay on Facebook. On a side note, before I end it, I met you, or I found out about you on Instagram. And you liked one of my roommate's cat's pictures on my Instagram. Oh my god. That's so funny. Yeah, so I saw that you liked it, and then what happened was I was like, "Oh, that's a sick Alex Straza." So I clicked it, and then here we are, several months later, maybe more than that. You see, strategically placing my profile picture just gets all the wins. That's how it is. All right, guys, bye. Auf Wiedersehen. See you later. Hydro, say bye.
Bye.
Oh, and pick a side. Are you with the bear?
Or the fox. Choose wisely.
Okay. All right, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed Blizzcon,
then subscribe.
And tune in next week for The Bear and the Fox.